Hey guys, I'm driving back from a long day at work. Kind of a shit day. A tough day. There's a lot of things happening. You know, my wife is sick and my son doesn't feel well, and it was a long day. It was hot, it was humid, all that crap we all deal with on a daily basis. And I was thinking about a good subject for a blog. Something I've been talking about, made comments about on Steve Lab's video. It's respect. Respect. People have different ways they talk about respect. You know, I've heard people say respect is earned. You don't give respect until you get respect. I don't know. I don't want to come off as too I don't know what the word for it is. But people need to show respect to older technicians. This became very evident in my last blog on Talent 875. We started talking about it, and people that have been doing this trade for a long time, no matter what kind of archaic traditions they impose on a job, what kind of tools they use, or what your perception of them is, you need to show them respect. Because they've been around for a long time, and that's no accident. There's guys that have been in trade in our group for a long time. Steve is one of them. 30 years in the trade. A lot of our guys in our little group that we talk to, you know, group of guys that kind of hang out separately than this, we got between 20 and 30 years experience. I'm in the low 20s. You know, we have Ralph's in the 20s. Steve's up near 30. A lot of the guys have been doing this for a long time. Now, there's some guys out there that I'm sure are complete morons that have been doing this for a long time. But that's not the guys in this group. I know them personally. I can watch them work and know that they know what they're doing. And I respect them. And I try to show them respect, how I act, how I talk to them. Now, we all joke around, but this iManifold video really showed me that there was a lack of respect in some areas. Not believing that someone can do the same job with different tools. And I know a lot of guys didn't say that. There were some guys who did say that, and some guys that didn't say it, that's what they believe. That if you don't have this tool, you can't do the job. Well, we know we can. I mean, I did the stuff I do with the iManifold now, before with other instrumentation. It's a lot less efficient, it's a lot slower, and that's why I like the iManifold iConnect. Because it takes all those things I wanted to do and gives you a nice, easy interface, an efficient way to work. That's why I use it. But sometimes when you get that sort of easy to use interface, you may start thinking that even though you just arrived on the scene, that you got these old farts beat. That you've got this tool that's going to give you the answers, and they're fumbling around with their old needle gauges and their archaic instrumentation and their, you know, sling psychrometers. They don't know what they're doing, but they do. And a lot of times they know the pieces that make up the puzzle and not just the answer. A lot of guys can read an answer when there's a big triangle in the middle. Hey, I like my yellow hand. Big triangle in the middle. And it says, these things are out of whack. You might want to check this. There wasn't a big triangle on the analog gauges. They was just learning how to master the trade. People who have been doing it for 30 years spent at least about 20, 25 of those with that archaic equipment and somehow came through it, fixing all the machines, making them work. And we don't, you know, there's a perception out there that maybe you just fixed it enough to run, but you didn't fine tune it. You didn't bring it where it could be because you didn't have this instrumentation. Not true. We did it. We knew what the pieces of the puzzle were. We put them together, and you built a good machine and a good system. Now, the iConnect makes that easier. That's why I use it. But don't be fooled that these old dinosaurs don't know how to do this stuff and haven't known it for a long time, because we have. We know how to calculate this stuff. We know when something's out of whack, and yes, sometimes it's your gut, but your gut is honed from years of experience. You see a condition on the gauges, you see a certain line temperature, you see something going on, and all those years, you start clicking through all the things that have happened on service calls, and you pull something out of that file, said, hey, on this machine, this problem exists a lot of times, and go right to it. It's those little shortcuts that are game changers. So these folks that know these shortcuts and know the foundation for all of this math and all these formulas and how you calculate these things, show them the respect they deserve. And they do deserve it. And learn from them. Instead of thinking you're better than them, instead of thinking that they have nothing to offer and you're the hot shit on the scene, learn from them. If you can humble yourself, you're going to learn more than you ever would thinking you're some sort of top gun in the group. I know I'm not going to go up against someone more experienced than me and think I'm going to be more knowledgeable, know more about HVAC. I see plenty of guys out there that could run circles around me. They know more than I'll ever know. And I know that. And that's just the way it is. I'm just a residential guy fixing heat pumps, gas furnaces, and air conditioners for little residential customers. And that's all I'm ever going to be, and that's all I want to be. There's guys out there that know all these commercial systems, these building automation systems. I see guys like Rob and Emmett working on their stuff, and I'm like, holy crap. What is that shit, you know? You know, these giant pipes going up the walls, they're talking about 80 tons, 100 tons, and there I go to work on my 1.5 ton split system. There's a lot to learn for everyone. And we're all little tiny fish in a real big pond. And if we can think of ourselves that way and take on that humility, I think we'll all go far. But the minute we start thinking we're better than everybody else is the minute we stop learning.